crazy. It's been a lot of times with
Captain by a hook
talking.
with a red
We
beard.
forget to get back to
Cap
it on
by
the
a
show.
hook with a red beard.
Oh yeah, Friday, baby. Here at last. NBA playoffs in full effect. I told you I'm a fortune teller, right? I told y'all yesterday. Joel Embiid shooting 20-something free throws. And his ass shot about 21 free throws, 19 for 21 for him from the free throw line. Knicks as a team, 13 for 19 from the free throw line. I'm not saying the refs gave him the game, but boy, oh boy, Joel Embiid, Mr. Floppy himself. I don't want to get too rude or too mean, but if I saw him on the streets, I'd be going to jail. Dirtiest player I've ever seen. But I'm not going to harp on that too much. Knicks in 5, because karma's real. And I don't know. I feel like the way he was playing, I don't know how to say it really. You do stuff like that, it comes back to bite you, especially when you're the most fragile player of the last decade. We'll see what happens next game. But the Sixers do get game 3 at home, 2-1 right there for the Knicks. The Lakers, however, wah, 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 all the way home. Lakers go down 3-0 to the Nuggets, while the Magic also grab game 3 at home to get that series to 2-1. But anyway, without further ado, I want to cuss Joel Embiid out for an hour, but I got my man JCP here. We got some NFL draft to get to. We got some NBA playoffs to get to. Hey, we might even talk a little baseball on this beautiful spring Friday. It's Captain by a Hook, baby, with the red beard, presented by Stare Down Sports. I am Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs, going live on the 26th of April, and my man Jaden Chandler Parnell getting his modeling on, brushing the hair back. How you doing, baby?
That's all the lettuce, boy. Too much lettuce on the head, boy. How we doing over there?
Hey, you just gotta grow it out, man.
Oh, I can't anymore. I won't lie. I did that phase in high school. I won't lie. I made it to the point where I had to do this a lot, and I just couldn't get past it. I get to about, I think here. I won't lie. It was a good head of lettuce. I just can't get any farther than that.
Yeah. Nah, it definitely takes
Much
some
I'd love to.
dedication. Definitely takes some dedication.
By the way, I did my research on the streets, and I happened to learn that Joel Embiid is a brown belt jiu-jitsu artist. So that explains why he was able to do that leg sweep back so cleanly. Brown belt jiu-jitsu artist.
damn. So
That
I
ain't
guess
true at all.
I can't whoop his ass like I dream of.
You probably could. I won't lie. That was that and that little hip check he did. I know OG kind of flopped a little bit at the end of the game. Those were two plays I saw them. It's like, man, it just bothers me a little bit. I'll end this Joel Embiid point for you because I wanted to throw something in. Joel Embiid, the basketball player. This is all about the basketball player because Joel Embiid, the person, I don't even want to get into it because I genuinely like the person a little bit. It bothers me the way he plays basketball a little bit because he's that guy who hits a three. And he's like, doing what he did. He's leg sweeping. He's acting all high and mighty. But then we just saw him when they lost. He is the king of like riding the emotional roller coaster. I won't lie though, that leg sweep was total bush league bullshit. That's why I just want to bring that up. I thought that was, bro, grab the dude's leg. I mean, I would get it if it was accidental and you're trying to protect yourself. There was no protection about it at all. Bro just said, huh. And he did it when he was jumping. He didn't do it when he was on the ground. Like, no, he did it when he was jumping. That's fucked up. He would have done it on the ground.
Him early
on the ground,
he can get off the ground and be like, ref, I'm fouling him. I don't want him to dunk this shit. It'll be more understandable. I also wish this was 97. Because not one player on the Knicks ran over and just stole off on him.
I wish somebody would have gotten the face about it. I understand you would have got a T, but that's like you said yesterday. You got 6 fouls for a reason. I wish they would have had somebody in at the time that can be like, hey, man, what the fuck? Like get a little bit angry. That's what every team needs an enforcer.
Playing against me.
And like I said, Joel Embiid's already dealing with injuries too. So it's just like, why are you making yourself more of a target, man? Like it's just I don't know. Like he's had like I said though, shout out to Joel Embiid. He actually did have a really good shooting night last night. I think he had like 5 threes. So I mean, offensively, unstoppable. Had some questionable plays on the other end, but
Yeah, I don't
offensively
mind
at least, shout out to Embiid.
the 2 times he kicked players in the nuts. I don't mind him slapping 3 players in the face on a follow through. I don't mind him setting
No,
dirty picks and booty bumping people on
there's
the
levels.
other end of the
Yeah,
court, knocking people out.
gamesmanship.
But grabbing somebody's ankles while they're in midair and you're under them,
Yes,
so even if they come down, they could land on you and fuck their shit up. That's just
and somebody who's had a history of knee and ankles issues too.
that
What
crosses
are
the
you doing?
line from I'm gonna play tough, play dirty, hit somebody in the nuts to I'm trying to hurt somebody. And that's when it gets to the point where it's like something needs to happen. And when I go back and I watch the Draymond Green incident where he got suspended for a game where he literally
Oh
did
my
nothing to
god, that's
LeBron James.
Draymond. Draymond would have
Yeah,
been out before they even reviewed it.
yeah.
That's what's crazy about it. That's what crazy about it is the double standards. Because I get we don't want to throw out Joel Embiid as a playoff game, but yeah, that's. Did he even get a technical for that?
I think it was a
I didn't
flagrant
watch
one,
the game till
but
the.
I'm gonna be
Okay,
honest.
at
I
least
don't know
called
what a
it. I
flagrant
didn't get
one even
anything till.
means.
Yeah, I don't. I won't lie. I don't get the flagrant rules anymore either. Because I saw a flagrant two that I thought was a flagrant one. I've seen flagrant one, twos. Like I said, twos I thought were ones. Ones I thought were twos. Yeah, I feel like there's a little bit of clause in there. Like it's a flagrant two unless his name is and there's a list of names and
Yeah,
situations like Joel Embiid in a playoff game, LeBron James anytime, Jason
yeah.
Tatum in Game 7. So there's a list of like, all right, and yeah, it's like matching the criteria. That's why they spend so long at the booth. Like, all right, Joel Embiid, all right, flagrant one, all
You
right.
think they're
They
watching the
already, I
replay?
bet
They
they already
going over
know.
all the rules. All right. Is Joel on
Yeah,
the list?
pretty
You see
much.
him on the list?
It's like hey, you check the playoff rules. I'll check the regular rules. See what's up. No, it's I won't lie though. Like you said, I'm not gonna wish injury upon Joel Embiid at all. As a guy who's dealt with injuries, that shit's awful, not fun at
Hey,
all. But karma does have a fun way of making itself come back around. So I'm curious to see what ways it comes around.
I'm gonna say
Like I said, I'm
this.
not wishing injury, but I'm curious to see what happens in
Never,
the game.
never hopes anybody gets injured. The kid's already injured. He's been injured since we met him. I
Sucks.
the reason damn, I lost my point again. I keep forgetting this one point I'm trying to make. It's a loser mentality. They already lost, if you ask me. You start doing stuff like that, you lost.
But well, to end it real quick though, I will then shout out for him for dealing with face stuff he's dealing with. I forget what it's called, something palsy, ball palsy or whatever that he's dealing with. Shout out for him for playing through that. I know it's nothing that's like super super major, but that's just like I could just imagine that's wild to deal with. You have you heard about this? It's an issue with his face like freezing up on the left
Yeah,
side. I
the
don't know if you've
motherfucker
noticed.
getting shot up like a horse before every game.
Yeah, he has some stuff. Yeah, I mean, I won't lie to you. Like once I saw that, I was worried about that too. Like, oh, they're shooting him up with some stuff. They said he's dealing with something in the face, obviously, but I wonder if that is a cause from trying to rush back from the injury and doing stuff. I'm not going to speculate. Don't want to get into it. Just shout out for him for dealing with all that because that's just I could imagine just weird to literally be blinking with one eye. You got one like half your face just not working. I just imagine it's weird. So I just want to
Yeah.
shout him out for that because I've never experienced that. I won't lie. So that was fascinating to kind of read about and learn. Like, oh, so that's why. Because I noticed in one game, like. I was literally sitting there watching. I'm like, is bro even blinking? Like, it was one of
Yeah.
those things. I was like, is he okay? Weird.
Nah, I think he's been on painkillers for about a decade now, and that
A
shit ain't good for you.
decade? Holy shit.
I mean, what he's been injured since he was drafted, right?
Probably. It
Has
probably
he
to the
ever
point
played
it's
a
like,
full
man,
82? Has he ever made it
the
through the
re-
playoffs without getting hurt?
nope.
Didn't he miss
Reading
the
a
first
medical
3
report, like
seasons?
something like that. At least one.
Yeah.
At least maybe two. I don't know.
Your best ability is availability. And when it comes to that, this guy ain't it.
That is not. You cannot spell available without Joel Embiid. There ain't no
How do
way
you
in there anywhere. Can't even start it.
how do you feel about the
Yeah,
Lakers
no.
going down 0-3 to the Nuggies?
I'm not even. I'm not gonna say I'm shocked. I saw a lot of people shout out the score. So a lot of people in the chat be like, "It's rigged for the Lakers. Rigged for the Lakers. Watch it. They have to keep this series. They have to keep this a series." And I'm just like, you guys are just overthinking the simplest part of the game. The Nuggets are just better. That's the biggest thing for me is it wasn't shocking because what happened? D'Lo shot like shit. LeBron LeBron and AD were the only ones who pretty much were there all game. And what happened? Nuggets win. I mean, it's insane. Aaron Gordon, when he plays defense on LeBron, he's probably one of the best defenders in the league when it comes to defending LeBron because he can actually get in front of him and kind of stop him. I like the way he defended him a lot. It's like I said, I'm not shocked at all. It's just as much as it sucks. I'm one of the biggest LeBron fans around. You can ask me, I'm one of the biggest LeBron fans around. It's not shocking. I mean, he's in his 21st season.
Feel bad.
This is the first time he's ever lost to a team 10 times in a row. I mean, it's his 21st season. Shit like this is gonna happen. He can't carry the team anymore. And when you got your role players that are some of your best players like D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, like when they aren't contributing, like they have to contribute even more. I don't think the roster's correct enough for the Lakers. I think they ran into an absolute juggernaut of a team. I mean, we could potentially, like, if the Nuggets win this year, we're going to talk about them being one of the best teams ever. Jokic is already almost in the conversation of being a Pantheon level basketball player if he wins a title this year. That's what LeBron's going up against. I'm not going to say by himself because he does have AD, but AD's one slip on a banana peel away from an injury. As much as I love him, he is also fragile, as they say. He was dealing with a back injury last night. This sucks.
Italian.
I wish. What?
It's Italian.
Yeah, Italian. My fault. Yeah, no, it's just sad, man. As much as I love would have loved the Lakers to put up a fight. Like, it's just, what was going to happen before the series even started. Denver's just too good. Lakers had a little bit of a run, and the second they went cold, it killed them. And I won't lie, I don't know what the hell Darvin Ham's doing, but I did not like a lot of the adjustments he made during the game when it comes to player rotations and all that. Like, he clearly saw D'Lo struggling, and he put him in the clutch moments, which I understand. Don't get me wrong. He was your best player last game. You got to maybe keep him in to get him hot. When you know he ain't making shit, and he's just coming down and jacking it, like, you got to pull the guy. You just got to absolutely pull him. I saw at least 2 possessions where they weren't even under 20, and he's brick. Denver's already back on the other end before they can even think about it. It's just tough for the Lakers. This is an absolute mismatch. Just an absolute mismatch. They have no way to handle the Nuggets as a whole. I mean, Michael Porter cooked them last night. Holy shit. It was just dribble, jump shot. And he was just shooting over everybody.
I love the mid-range game, man. It's a lost art in this game. Watching
keeps
Porter
you honest
last night. It does. I mean, you chasing them because in this day and age, especially the mentality of the defense is he's about to pull up for the 3. He curls off the pick instead of stepping back, and now you're 2 steps behind him.
Then
you're confused.
I was gonna say now the help defense to add on to that is like, oh, now he's going to the paint. I'm about to block the shit out of a shot, and then he pulls up to the mid range, and we're like, what
gorgeous.
Whoa! Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah.
This game is lost art. That's what makes DeMar DeRozan so great. Like, I know he doesn't shoot a lot of threes, but that mid-range game keeps the whole rest of the game honest, because the second you start shooting mid-range, all of a sudden they're like, man, now we got to guard everything.
Yeah, I hate how we let a line dictate how we play the game. As a former player, and just think about it. If you're feeling good, shoot it. Don't, I got to step back to get this 3.
Yeah,
I think they put that in people's heads too much. I
mean, you see
it 2 feet inside the 3-point line. You feeling it? Pull that thing.
I was about to say, I think you see it a lot with people that do the pump fake. Their immediate reaction is like, all right, let me take a step and take the 2, and they're like, and then they do that little bit of a weird like hezzy step, and then they miss the 3, and it's like they're just taking the confident 2, man.
Yeah.
See that so many times where it's literally the pump fake that fuck it.
Yeah.
They pull the 3 and then they miss it. And it's like, it's not like a true step back. Like their feet stay put. It's like a little bit of a.
It's like a stutter step. Oh snap! If I shoot,
it's like a glitch.
I'm getting
like a glitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the body's glitching. They're like, because they immediately like, that like, hey, this mid-range jump shot is going to be money, but you're like, analytics.
Yeah.
You can see it at a lot of players. I agree.
Nah, it ruins the game. Kind of like LeBron James ruins the game. And I'm not gonna get too deep on this. I'll wait till he gets eliminated. Great career, but this has been kind of his MO. He goes to a team, he cries and begs for the coach to get fired, gets a new coach, cries and begs for all the young cats to get traded for veterans players. He gets everything he wants, and then once he realizes this is a trash ass team I put together, he leaves for another town, and that team takes about 6 to 7 years to rebuild. It happened with the Heat, happened with the Cavs in his second tenure, even kind of happened with the Cavs in his first tenure, and now it's happening with the Lakers. It's just what he does. He ruins coaches' careers and he ruins players' careers. Anthony Davis went from being compared to him and KD as maybe the greatest player in the league right now to going to play with LeBron, and now is getting blamed for everything, looked at as trash. the ring that he has, that he traded his soul for. Nobody in 20 years is gonna say Anthony Davis was a champion like he's Hakeem or something. It just sucks that he ruins everybody's legacy around him. Dwayne Wade was able to kind of fight out of it just because Miami loved him so much, and that's due to Miami's culture and the fact he had a ring before LeBron. But every other player that's played with LeBron, it's just straight up ruined their career. Every coach that's coached LeBron besides Spo, and that's thanks to Pat Riley not firing Spo when LeBron was begging him to. It's just ruined. He's ruined everybody's career around him except for his, and he blames everybody around him except for him. I just never looked at LeBron as the great LeBron that everybody calls him just because he's athletic. Definitely one of the greatest athletes we've ever seen in the NBA. But this is what he does. He gets a ring and then they go on 3 horrible seasons and then he leaves and now the Lakers will have to rebuild for about half a decade because they
I'll
traded all
admit,
their
what really
picks and
killed
youth.
him is, yeah, they traded, and a lot of people that traded away end up being perfect. Honestly, were perfect fits for what he needed. It's just there's something about that LeBron James spotlight where some players just either perform on it or don't perform at all, and whether it's from him or from other out factors, I'm not going to say. But like they had KCP, Brandon Ingram, some of these really good guys that would have been great depth pieces. But like you said, he trades for specific pieces. Like the Russell Westbrook trade, idiotic. We don't need to go into it, but there's a lot of trades where I'll admit he just. I don't know if it's him. Obviously, the management has to do it too, so it's partially on them. But there's just a lot of points where you're just like, I don't know if that's the best, especially lately. Because I'll admit, earlier in his career, like it was at least a little bit better. Like, oh, he's going to team up with Kyrie. At least he's like that makes a little bit more sense. Oh, they got Richard Jefferson. They got some decent depth pieces. They got Drake Crowder. But now you're going with like, oh, they got Tayshaun Prince in the year what? They got Spencer Dinwiddie, who's bounced around a lot. It just seems like I know obviously all this isn't his choosing, but it feels like I'm not gonna say he's old, but it's almost like being out of touch. For example, it's like what a lot of wrestling fans said about Vince McMahon about past like 2010. It's like, oh, Vince McMahon is so out of touch. He doesn't get what we want. That might be LeBron, where maybe he's like, hey, the league has caught up to a certain point. Maybe, yes, he's playing in it and he understands it, but his mindset for running a team is 5 years back, and it's kind of what's killing him.
Also, last thing, and I don't want to trash LeBron forever. He's gonna go down as one of the greatest. Can't take nothing from him.
Pantheon
My
player ever.
lifetime full of. I loved watching LeBron in high school, rushing home to catch the
He
game
got me
on
4
TNT.
rings.
Hey, 4 rings in
He was
21
in
years.
Miami.
No, that's great. It's very good for sure. The problem with him, and you look at it in game 2, they're up by 20. What does LeBron do? Now let me be the hero. Let me pat my stats. Let me go one-on-one. Let me just dribble the ball up here for 17 seconds and waste some clock and get all the other players out of rhythm. And then I'm going to do my thing. And then all of a sudden they lose. And it's like, bro, why did they lose? Why did they go away from the pick and roll? Because LeBron thinks he's still 07 LeBron. They can go 1-on-5 against the Detroit Pistons. And he's just not that no more. And it's nothing against him. Like you said, age 39, 21 years. It's a spectacle that he's even still playing.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
So hats
Actually,
off.
a lot of people need to remember that too. Like, regardless of what happens, like, hey, he's in year 21, people. So like a certain point, that's why it just sucks to see. Like, I thought about that last night. I was like, honestly, I was sitting back and said, man, I've watched LeBron for 21 years almost, and I'm just, like, obviously, it's not been a full 21 years because I'm only 25, 24. But it's just watching it. It's like, man, and I was watching last night. It's like, man, this is an old ass guy now. Like I just thought about it, it's like, man, I think I appreciate it enough. It's like, did I appreciate it enough when he was on all those young years? It's just crazy. You never do enough. And then you realize when he's older like this and he's about to get beat 3-0 again, it's just like, man. Because I forget who said it, but somebody said it best. It's like, usually the greats, they never go out on a high note. It's usually always something sad. It's very rarely do you get the Peyton Manning, Ray Lewis send-off story where you're ending up a champion. Because even then, Peyton Manning, I mean, if you think about the Super Bowl, people just remember him as a champion. Bro's arm was gone by that point. He had to use 2 gloves to even grip.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, literally 3 yards. I mean, it should have been, if we're being real, Von Miller should have won the MVP of that Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy. Yeah, when you think about it, the more, like, there's so many legends. Michael Jordan, Wizards. That's how his career ended. But nobody's like, no. It ended in 97. It's just crazy because eventually when LeBron tires, we're probably going to end at about 2020 when he won the bubble. We're going to forget all about this stuff.
For sure.
In the moment, yeah.
For sure.
Crazy.
For sure.
Crazy how it goes.
My kids will be coming to me and telling me how LeBron James is the GOAT because of all the documentaries and stuff that they watch. But this is the last thing I'm going to say about it. Kobe did it. LeBron's doing it. They spend 21 years, 22 years, 20 plus years, 100% dedicated, 300% dedicated to
All in.
trying to reach Michael Jordan status, and they never reach it. And Michael Jordan did it in 13 years, drinking, smoking, and gambling. And y'all talk about the GOAT conversation. Get the fuck out of here. Let's look at
Player, bro,
tonight's games, baby. Got 3 good games tonight in the NBA. Grab
Oh
some
yeah.
odds real quick. Bucks Pacers, baby, going to your hometown team,
Whoop whoop. Probably gonna
your
be blacked out
boys.
again.
Oh yeah, no, watch it. It'll be on ESPN.
Yeah. As long as it's on NBA TV, will be good. It shouldn't be tonight.
Pacers -6 at home. How do you feel about that? That seems a little big for me, but
I
I
won't lie,
mean,
it does seem a little.
you know more about this Bucks team and this Pacers team than I do.
I was just about to say it seemed a little bit big to me at first too, but I personally, for me, I got it at 5 because it's been running. But if we're being real, I think a lot of this has to do with the Giannis news, which I talked about. I was going to bring up. So I don't know how much you know or how much everyone else knows, but it's a calf strain, and this is very similar to what KD dealt with. So if they rush him back, you risk happening what happened to KD in the 2019 finals, I believe it was against the Raptors, where he comes back, he plays a little bit, and boom, his Achilles pops and completely tanks him. They cannot risk that at all with Giannis because obviously his whole game is explosive. So with the calf strain, it's one of those weird injuries. Like you can't, like a rolled ankle, you can rush back from a rolled ankle and still play somewhat well. With the calf strain, I mean, it blows you up completely. So it sounds like he's only jump shooting right now. He's not even running yet. He's not even cutting. There's no scrimmaging. So it sounds like he's going to be completely out this series. If that's the case, I just don't know if the Bucks can hang. I'm not going to say they're old, but they ain't young. I honestly thought they were going to win last game, and then they end up losing by almost 10. And it's just at this point, I don't know who's going to stop Pascal Siakam. They do not have a guard who can guard Pascal Siakam. It's absolutely insane. Spicy P's dropped 36 and 37 in the last 2 games. That's my biggest reason why I'm like, this 6 might not be enough because he literally, if they could figure out what's wrong with Tyrese Halliburton, I mean, they'd probably win every game by 10 at this point. I mean, Tyrese Halliburton is putting in 12 points, like 10 points. I mean, he's doing his offensive stuff, but he's doing like at least passing wise, but he's doing absolutely nothing pretty much point wise. And they are keeping these games close or they won by 10. So I think 6, like I said, is probably slightly a bit too much, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know who's going to stop quit. They're a team that will absolutely quit. We saw in the fourth quarter last game. Literally got to a point where the Pacers finally got to a point. I think it was about like 6 minutes left, maybe. It was like 94 to like 96, something close. Pacers going a little bit of run. The Bucks pretty much just packing shop. Be like, we lost. It's whatever. And then it was 94 to 112. And it's law all of a sudden. It's just, it's unbelievable. It's what scares me the most about this Bucks team. And for whatever reason, Dame decides to quit scoring. Are we all good?
I think we glitched, but I think we're good now. You did
in case I say if we missed, just to sum up what we missed real quick, pretty much Dame decides to only score 34 points and he quits scoring. Spicy P, I don't know who's going to stop him, and the Bucks without Giannis look lost, and I hate to say it, 2 words: Doc Rivers. As much as I love my boy Doc, I can never trust him in a playoff series.
Yeah, I mean,
Never,
Doc will forever have a warm spot in my heart for that 08
forever. I love him, like
title.
Absolutely love him. Have a warm. He'll say, I was say, I was a Heat fan, and even and a LeBron fan, and even same for that Celtics title, he always has a warm spot. But as of late, man, you look at that track record.
Yeah, no, it's pretty ugly. The funniest thing I heard about this series, Bucks Pacers, is somehow Dame Lillard has less help on the Bucks than he did in Portland. It's hilarious.
I don't even want to entertain that. I'm not even going to entertain that. I'm not.
It's the truth.
No.
You think this is a better team than Portland when he was in the playoffs? CJ McCollum, Nurkic, they had a squad. They went to the Western Conference.
I'll admit, I would argue that this team is slightly better. I'll admit, I would slightly argue, but that team was really good. Don't get me. Hey,
Pat Bev, Brooke Lopez, Chris.
That team right there is a reason I have this. Hey, I know about that Blazers team, man. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's the only reason. It's like it's hard to compare because it's like, man, these are also modern NBA players. So it's like, man, I don't know. It's a tough one. You got me there.
Yeah.
It's tough. I don't know. But yeah, regardless, I just think it's tough. It's tough. Wrong way. My fault. I don't know. It's just for the Bucks. The second they lost Giannis, because I mean the Pacers have their number too. That's another thing people aren't talking about. The Pacers have had their number this year, and they're a young team too. That's another thing. Like kind of being like, hey, fuck you. They have a little bit of attitude. I mean, they took Giannis's game ball. These some petty boys.
I know, and that's what makes me the most mad. I don't know if the Bucks would be winning with them, but I wish that this was full strength beef like it was in the regular season. Like they was going at it. You saw the petty ass
Right.
stuff going on during All-Star break. Giannis not trying to get the ball out of the Burton's hands. All the BS that happened throughout the regular season. I wish they could actually squash the beef, or add on to the beef, and make it a rivalry. But of course, we're not going to get that opportunity. A team that has had a little rivalry going back the last few years, the Clippers, taking
Man.
on the Mavericks, game 3 in Dallas tonight. Mavericks -4 and a hook. This is actually the series I don't say I'm most excited about, but this is the series that I think is as even as it can be. I have no idea who's going to win any game. Clippers,
Yep.
Mavericks. Where you at on this game? Luka's been acting a damn donkey. Kyrie's been acting a damn donkey.
I'll leave it to you like this. I bet Mavs game 1, Clippers game 2. I got no fucking clue at this point. I got no clue, man. Oh my god. This is gonna be. I thought the Clippers. The second I saw the Clippers do what they do, and they got Kawhi back, I'm like, oh okay, so they're gonna be a little bit better. And all of a sudden they lose by 3. So I'm to the point now. I think I don't know. I'm excited about this series just for the fact that this is one of the few. This and the Magic series are the two series where I just literally have zero clue after, especially after the Magic were up 30 last night casually after being down 20 both games.
No, that was
It's to the
beautiful.
point where I don't know. I'm excited to watch it. That's all I know. I'm excited to watch. I might not actually watch, but I'll at least be tuning in here and there to see what's up. I don't think I can bet it anymore after the last 2 games, but it's going to
Yeah.
be a fun series just because of the history, like you said, the history of these 2 teams, and the Clippers technically kind of have a super team. So it's going to
I
be curious to
mean,
see.
on paper, bro, Clippers should be sweeping every team they run into.
Yeah, but then you look at
Yeah, you don't play the game on paper. Yeah, trust me,
I
I know.
agree. Yeah, you look at that team on paper, it's like, oh my god, man. That's why I'm so pissed they lost that game. They get Kawhi back, arguably their best player. They lose by 3. Play without him, they
Yeah.
win by 10. It's like, what is the NBA?
I know it's crazy too because there's that old argument. It's like the guy's been sitting out for so long. Do you mess with the cohesion and all those other words they
Right?
use, the momentum?
You
But
think it
it's
shouldn't
like,
matter with their best player?
yeah, but it does, man. Because I feel like now you're
I know.
trying to force the ball to Kawhi. You're passing up a shot you might have took game 1 to get
Yep.
Kawhi the
I say I
ball.
did hear there's a lot of relegation or delegation, however you want to put it, to Kawhi, whereas like PG and Harden probably passed up a few too many shots than they should have.
Yeah, when at the end of the day, man, Kawhi, I mean, he had that amazing run in 2019. He's honestly my favorite active player. Made that decision when he got drafted. As soon as Melo retires, Kawhi's gonna be my guy, and this guy can't
He's
even
had a
play.
weird career.
Yes,
He's
the
had a
weirdest.
very interesting career.
But if you look at when he was the
Weirdest.
best of the best,
Oh my god,
he
when
was
he's the
like the
best,
fourth
it's
option.
absolutely insane.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
on the Spurs, he was
yeah,
casually the best player on the Spurs in 2014
yeah.
as their fourth option.
No, I think he can go one on one and get you buckets, but I think he's at the best when he's just playing defense and all of a sudden the ball just gets to him naturally instead of trying to force it to him. Uh,
Yes.
Even with the Raptors that year, he kind of just, I mean, he was dropping 30, 35, but it wasn't like, I'm going to go give me the ball. Like, it was just in the flow.
Talk about a weird title team, man. I still don't understand how they won that one.
They got a lot of help, but Kawhi did do it. Kawhi
That
put that
bounce,
team on his
man.
back. They ran into a lot of injured teams, and yeah, that shot right there, iconic.
And Kawhi was actually healthy.
That was after he took, what, 3 seasons off?
Are we getting throttled?
Huh?
I said, we getting throttled? What the hell's going on? Trying to kick us off the air.
Oh, yeah, you know how it is. Last game
Gotta
of the
love it.
night, baby. Suns been getting shitted on. Phoenix getting shitted on, baby. Game 3 in Phoenix. I'm gonna be honest. I've been in that building a few times. It can get rowdy. It can get loud.
But I feel like there's a but coming.
This team isn't built to win. I feel like they took a bunch of losers and put them together. Devin Booker, as much as I love the kid, has never been a winner. All those years we were saying he's the next Kobe, he's dropping 70 points, he's dropping 45, he's dropping 50. That was 18 win teams. He's never been a winner. Kevin Durant, outside of being with Steph, never been a winner. Bradley Beal, when's the last time y'all seen the Wizards do anything? And that's where he's played his whole career.
The
Never
who?
been a winner. These guys do not know winning basketball. They don't. They look like they don't want it at the end of the day, and that's what breaks my heart the most. I feel like these are three people that their whole life they just relied on being the more athletic or better player, and now you're going up against some dogs in the Timberwolves, and you're not the better player. So now you got to actually fight. Now you got to play. They're too cool to win this series. They might get a game tonight. They might get a game 4. I doubt they even it up. I think the Timberwolves steal one of these games. Um, Tonight will probably be the Suns' best chance. If they lose this one,
Yes.
I don't see them coming out game 4 fighting. The Phoenix Suns, 2024 motto, getting shitted on.
Shitted on. 4-0 plus 350, 4-1 plus 222 for this series. I don't even spend too long in the series. Basically, take everything I said about the Lakers series, replace LeBron with KD, minus a lot of the winning shit, and that's exactly what you have happen here. They lost all their depth, so it's only down to 3 guys. And when KD shot like shit, Booker shot like shit, and Beal shot like shit, they lost. I'm not gonna say I'm shocked they're favored, but 4.5. Have they not been watching these last 2 games?
I think they think somehow
4.5?
it's just gonna be magic.
I don't care if they win by 50. 4.5 is not the right line. I don't like this at all.
No.
My biggest thing too is I won't lie. I lost I'm not gonna say a lot of respect for Booker, but man, bro, after that last game really like put a little bad taste in my mouth after what I saw him do. I saw this kid miss a jump shot and then over aggressive. Like he literally looked like the 8th grade kid that finally missed too many shots and was just done with the game. He tries to swipe at a guy, he ends up completely missing. The guy swings his elbow, so Booker tries to draw a foul, falls backwards in the ant. And you could just tell on his face, he had the look on his face like, I'm going to get a foul here. And he was trying to foul, swiping all that. It's not like an ant, there's a foul. Literally 5 seconds later, next possession, as they're coming down the floor, somebody's driving, and he just, legit, I can't even do it as fast as he wants. He's just swipe. They call the foul. He immediately just goes to the bench, doesn't even say a word, sits on the bench and just, here, let me take the glasses off so you can look in my eyes. This is exactly what Booker did. He just goes, just sits there like that. And I saw that. I'm like, oh, okay. And like I said, I won't lie. I'm not going to call him a little bitch because I'm not going to do that to another grown man. But what he did was bitch behavior because seriously, literally the second he fouled out, the coach pulled the starters. The starters were going to get pulled any minute. There's like a minute 20 left, and he just fouled himself out of the game to go to the bench early. Like seeing that was like, come on, bro, you're better than that. Like I expect that from someone like not on Booker's level. Booker should not be doing that. I understand he had a shit game, but I'll admit that really bothered me at the fans seeing that. It's like, come on, bro. That's just a horrible look. And like I said, the look on his face, it looked like he wanted to cry a little bit. It's frustrating. That was frustrating. That's how you know he just got his ass beat. He was in his own head. So that's what has me scared to take him game 3.
The definition of a loser, baby, right there.
Bro, I won't lie to you. When I saw that shit, oh my God.
I'd have to look up the stats, but I don't even know how many years he's been in the league. I'm going to say 8 or 9. I'm wrong.
He is,
but out of those
I would say closer
years,
to 6.
5 or 6 of those seasons, his team has ended with 20 wins or less. And those numbers are all rounded, but I guarantee you there's at least 4 or 5 seasons with 18, 19 wins. And that's who Devin Booker is. You try to put him in the playoffs.
Pretty sure this team was better with DeAndre Ayton.
This team was better with everybody they had before the KD trade. The KD trade shot this team in the foot. The KD trade put more pressure on Devin Booker to be not only an offensive leader, but also now you got to play some damn defense because you don't have Mikal Bridges.
I think that screwed him up.
You don't have Cam Johnson to put on the second, but you can't just go guard the shooter in the corner no more. You got to play some damn defense.
And you got to bring the ball up.
Yeah, what are we thinking? As soon as they made the KD trade, I said this Phoenix Suns team, you can go back to the tape, is doomed for the next decade.
Yeah, I was. New owner syndrome is really going to kick them in the ass because they got no picks. I mean, they're fucked. Because I mean, like, what? How do you get better from this? They literally have nothing to get better from because if anything, they're going to have to. the rumors are they're gonna have to trade KD or Booker to even get anything back. But at that point, you were basically admitting like, "Yep, we fucked up really, really bad," which I think everybody already kind of knows. But it's just sad, man.
I know.
It's like I'll admit, like the Carolina Panthers, like this would be shit I expect from the Carolina Panthers. Like, oh, we're gonna overtrade for a star in his 35s, and like that's like trade. That's basically like for them literally like signing Kirk Cousins. But literally that's pretty much how I compare it to. It's like the Carolina Panthers signing Kirk Cousins. Like this makes us a Super Bowl winner.
But not only did they
What?
sign Kirk Cousins,
Oh yeah, and
they
they signed him.
traded every
DJ
good player
Moore.
they have.
Yeah, they traded DJ Moore, Brian Burns, and who's something short, I think, or something like that. Basically, that's like trading literally, like you said, their three best players, and then they got Kirk Cousins back to throw it to nobody. Like they didn't even get Adam Thielen. They got Adam Thielen and had to trade him away too. He's going to like Laviska Shenault and Omar Zacchaeus, shit like that. No, it's seriously sad, man. Happened to the Suns team, it's crazy. Like I think they were so close with that finals team, just happened to lose to the Bucks, and now they're probably way farther away from it than they were a few years ago. Like I would say they're closer to like the 2012 teams. When I was watching that team, be like, hey, look, I know Devin Booker. It's his first year, and they just lost by 20, and they have 12 wins. I think they're closer to that team than they are the
easily
NBA Finals team. Excuse me.
This offseason, no matter what happens, they're gonna end up with 4 players starting that nobody's ever heard of.
And they can't really fire Vogel.
Yeah, like a dumbass.
They just fired.
They should have never fired Monty because Monty Turner is the one who turned the thing around.
Monty should have never gone to Detroit. Holy shit.
He'll turn it around. I still got faith in Monty. Look at what Monty did with Phoenix, man. 4 years before Monty, they got 18 wins. The first season with Monty, they still ended up with like 25 wins. And then after that, they go to the finals. You got to give the stuff time. But I don't know, man. Kevin Durant, I feel like he enabled Booker to be even more of a loser. Like Chris Paul wanted to win so bad. Devin Booker was like, all right, let's go. We got the defense. We got the big man. We got the guard. We got the team. We got the coach. And now I think KD came and was like, hey, don't even worry about it, bro. Ain't nobody give a damn about winning.
I do think he brought, I don't know if he like intentionally did it, but I do think he brought down like, don't get me wrong, KD, I do think KD's like really, really competitive as well. I just don't know. He has those rings. So I don't know if he has that drive like that Chris Paul has. And I think that's what, I mean, we don't need to go into more about KD. I mean, I've talked about putting a bad taste in my mouth, man. I used to like KD a lot. Now it's like as the basketball player, and now it's like KD the person I have no issue with at all. I love KD the basketball player, man. Oh my God, that boy. Bad taste in my mouth. I'm glad I didn't have one of his jerseys. I would have sold that shit instantly after the shit he pulled.
Ridiculous, man.
And it's funny, who would have thought Kyrie after the Brooklyn Nets would have been the one that was the most afloat?
Now, looking back on it, that's what's crazy to me. Even looking back to the Thunder team, we always blame Russell Westbrook. It was KD, bro.
Now, hey, the more I think about it, like literally, that's what I thought about. I saw a tweet about that. It's like, man, we were all blaming Russell Westbrook back in the day. The more I think about it, it's like, yeah, he might have been right. Crazy, man.
Man, baseball, baby. Tonight, give me the Orioles.
Whoa, no NFL draft?
On the run line. Give it to me.
You know what? I'm just playing. I can run through it real quickly though, if you actually want me to.
Whatever you want.
It's like
I
nothing.
don't know anything about the draft.
I'll run through it very quickly because there's like, if we're being honest, 1 through 4 pretty much is what everyone. It was like chalk, as they would say, pretty much the same. 5 was not too much of a shocker as well. Joe Alt instead of J.C. Latham, which a lot of people projected J.C. Latham. The realest one, 8. Falcons take Michael Penix Jr. I'm not gonna comment on this move just yet. I don't know if this is because of Kirk Cousins' injury history or what. Very, very weird fucking pick. I'm not gonna judge the pick, but I don't get the pick at all. They have some holes they actually need to fix. I thought that was a shocking one. Shout out my Colts. I thought they had a really good pick as well. And then I think who'd they draft? Colts got one of the best defenders drafted, Laiatu Latu, who fell top 15 player in the draft. He fell all the way to 15 because of health issues. That really scared some people. But overall, I was very excited about what the Colts did. I thought what the Falcons did was really, really weird. 6 QBs go in the top 12, which is a record. I think we had a record for offensive players drafted this year, how good it was. It was a really, really insane deep year. At the end of the draft, you had Panthers trade up to get their guy, Leggett. The Bills, what the fuck are they actually doing with emphasis on fuck are they doing? They trade with the Chiefs. The Chiefs move up and get Xavier Worthy, who ran a 4.21 speed. 4.21 speed now on the Chiefs. Thank you, Buffalo Bills. Really doing a good job boosting their team. But no, in all seriousness, though, I think the Chiefs probably got one of the best trades in the draft with that. Really weird. There were some really weird picks as well when it just comes to like on the boards. There were some guys like Cooper DeJean. I thought he might have gone before a few of these other corners, but he didn't. Just small stuff like that. Overall, it was actually, I would say, a pretty fun draft. They still need to figure out how to make it shorter. I mean, holy fuck, does that take forever? I mean, I was watching the draft from 7:30 pretty much, watching pre-shows till about 12:30. I mean, yeesh, boy. Takes a lot out of you. But no, I think there was a lot of good drafts. I think a lot of good offensive lineman drafts as well. It's a big offensive lineman, quarterback, wide receiver draft. So I think there was a lot of good players that drafted. Obviously, there's going to be some busts. I'm just very curious. So Bo Nix to Denver was weird. JJ McCarthy going to the Vikings, not too shocking. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think the Jets, good draft pick, getting a tackle. Very excited. Very excited for a lot of these teams.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. We got the lineman we needed.
Yeah, that was a good pick for you guys. I was at first. I feel like there's a lot more they could have done, but hey, getting a lineman, you can never be mad. It's not a pretty pick, but it's one of those picks. It's like you probably need it. Not a horrible pick.
Man, we got the superstar quarterback. All we need to do is keep him upright.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Got
that's
the
all you
best
need. Now you
coach in
got
the league.
hopefully. Yep, lockdown. DADC baby.
Nah, the thing about the draft, though,
Fucking
just to your
dope.
point, and I don't want to be too rude or too shabby. I don't know why they think they got to talk so damn much. Get the picks. Like, nobody knows shit. Nobody knows nothing. I don't give a damn what y'all think. Let's see what this kid does
Right.
in the next 3-4 years. Let's just get the picks going and wrap this thing up.
For real. Yeah, because like I said, it wasn't a bad draft. Like it was actually like there's a lot of it can be
Yeah.
fun. You'd still tell us all the stuff, but they don't need to drag it out so
Yeah.
goddamn long.
And yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh,
like,
I do want to.
love seeing kids get drafted.
Good.
Love the story of the draft. But yeah, I don't need 15 minutes between each pick of guys talking.
Literally. Like they could cut it down. I know they do that so teams could trade in so they have time to talk and everything, but the way they have a market, like you can figure that shit out quicker. I hope they do. One thing I do want to add though, just to finish it off, shout out the Chicago Bears. I actually think the Chicago Bears are going to be sneaky good next year. I think they're going to be potentially what the Lions did like 2 years ago when they kind of surprised everybody around the come up. I actually do think the Bears might be able to do that. Their offense is really good. I know you laugh.
You heard it here first.
Trust me. Trust me. I don't know if they're going to be amazing, but I think they're going to build something special. I mean, Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift. They have all the keys to have a successful offense. They just got to do it now. That's what I'm curious about. If we're talking before the season, they have one of the best offenses. They should one of the best offenses in the NFL. But
easily,
who knows? Caleb Williams is a turnover machine. He was in college. That one thing that does scare me a little bit is he has a lot of fumbles and interceptions. The second year wasn't the best year, so I'm curious to see what happens with him. But Bears fans, this is probably the happiest you guys should be in a while. This probably potentially, which also is a sad thing because they're going to put so much hope on themselves, and when they aren't good, it's going to be so funny. I have a lot of Bears fans that
shout out to the
gonna be
Bears,
heartbroken,
man.
I
They
bet.
got their franchise quarterback for the second time in the last 3 years. Let's give it up to him, baby.
Dude, you know what's funny? Just before we go to baseball, because I know you got to get going here soon too. I literally have the video. I'll pull it up on my phone for next Friday. I literally have the video of when Justin Fields was drafted. All those Bears fans, yeah, let's go! Like everyone's losing their mind. They're running in the hallways, and not even 3 years later, we already got a new guy in there. That just sucks. I hope this is the first.
Yeah,
In all
it's
seriousness,
hilarious.
though, I do hope the Bears fans are excited. This is their first star quarterback they had. Like Justin Fields was good. I don't think he was a star. This is the first star in the Bears franchise history. But also, we know some stars can be bust, man. So I'm curious to see how Caleb Williams is going to do. There is a lot of pressure on him to be good. I mean,
A lot. I feel like arguably Justin Fields had even a better collegiate career than Caleb Williams. I've never seen
Yeah.
Caleb Williams in a college football playoffs.
I think,
I
but
did watch
that is
him
very
lose
true.
to Tulane in a bowl game.
Yeah, no, I think you're very right. But I think a lot of people would say if you could pick between Justin Fields and Caleb Williams, I don't think you'll find one guy. I mean, maybe you'll find 2-3 guys, but out of like 20, 30, I think majority would pick Caleb Williams. I totally agree with you. Like, if you put their career side by side, I mean, Justin Fields, I think he almost beats Georgia if that kick goes in.
Easily.
If that's his year, I can't remember if that's his year or if that was his year after.
I believe it was his year. I remember.
I think so too.
I remember I ran into a Bears fan around that time when they just drafted Fields before he played. And bro, I couldn't get him to shut the hell up. The Bears,
They
we got the quarter.
that's just
And I
Bears
said, wait,
fans.
wait, 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 wait. You think Justin Fields is gonna get you a winning team? And then I rolled on the
Yes.
floor and laughed just so he knew how unserious
Hey,
I took it.
hey, I'm not gonna try to expose my roommate here. Love him to death, but this boy texting me, calling me. We were talking a little bit before fantasy. This is about, I would say, August before the season starts. He was talking to me about the Bears and all this, and he's just like, "Hey, man, I mean, this is a serious conversation, by the way, and this is a Bears fan, so that's why I knew this was gonna be funny." He's calling me. He's like, "Man, I need your boy to do good, man. I got AR Offensive Rookie of the Year with Justin Fields MVP. Like, I think Justin Fields is gonna do it this year, man. For real, already got us to have 12 wins. We're at least gonna have 10 wins for sure. For sure, gonna have 10 wins. We're having this conversation. I'm at work, like." Oh my God, this boy has no idea. As a I'm not gonna say I'm a Bears hater, but I'm from Indiana and I lived in Chicago, and I won't lie to you. There's so many obnoxious Bears fans. Not obnoxious in a bad way. They just, like you said, they just talk about how good the Bears are for, and it's like I don't know what you see. I was there for the double doink. Oh my God, man, that was. I don't want to say that was awesome because obviously that was heartbreaking for them, but it was awesome to watch. I'm not gonna lie. But my friend Jeremy was an Eagles fan, so we're both looking at each other like, and you see all the Bears fans just like livid, like, man, we need to fire everybody. Fuck this team, bro. Fuck this team. This team trash, bro. Oh my God. And the next season, like 10 wins, 12 wins. We got it. We're back, baby.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's funny. I give them credit. They flushed that shit so quick. Bears fans are hilarious. But yeah, my boy, shout out my boy, John, man. He thought they were going to get 10 wins last year, 12 wins. Hey, I give him credit. I thought the Colts were going to get 10 wins last year. Hey, I'm biased too, but
Some
it's like,
fan
yeah, I thought it was
bases.
pretty funny. I don't know what it's shout out Dan Orlovsky. I think he's the one who pushed all that because Dano was the one being like, Justin Fields could get an MVP this year. I think he has a chance to do it. And I think too many people took him serious. Way too serious.
They need to start doing drug tests for these guys on TV. But it's funny to me fan bases that are like that, man. They will literally,
Cowboys.
yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Every year they supposed to win. Y'all ain't won shit
It's
in
gonna be
4
our year.
years.
It's our year.
And that's my version of that. I'm in the South, and also I lived in Arizona, which I don't know why Arizona has more Cowboys fans than anything.
Probably because the Cardinals break their heart.
All you see is Cowboys jerseys in Arizona. But that's all it is, bro. Cowboys, 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 Cowboys. Bro, y'all trash, bro. Like, honestly. I'm a Saints fan. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm a White Sox fan. Never once have I believed any of these teams are going to do anything. Even with the Knicks right now, I'm expecting them to lose this series to the Sixers. I don't think the Saints going to do shit. I don't think the White Sox ever going to do shit. I'm happily surprised when they do. But be realistic.
Yeah. And that's hard to do in sports, though. That's why we love sports. It's one of the few things you're allowed to be. That's why we love it, baby. Because it's one of the few things that you can be like super passionate about and be literally dumb. You can be basically dumb about how good your fanhood is, and you might get rewarded. You just might get rewarded for it. Unless you're a Bears or Cowboys fan, especially Cowboys fan lately. Cowboys are one of the few teams I've seen. I'm not gonna say get worse every year, but they've at least taken a little bit of a step back. Might not be a full foot, but maybe like 2-3 inches, occasionally 6 inches. They take a step back every year, and somehow people will just expect them to do the same shit every year. It's like you talk about. It's insane. Like, hey, if y'all would have real expectations for 1 year, you got to probably be happy.
Yeah,
because I mean they lose in the divisional or championship every single year, or even the first round, and they Cowboys fans still. They aren't excited about making the playoffs now. We need our Super Bowls. It's like, y'all far away from that. And they're talking about extending Dak. They still haven't fired Mike McCarthy. We're moving on from Dak. It's a mess over there. I'm not going to say it's Jerry Jones' fault, but there's a lot going on over there.
The definition of insanity. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I got to go, man. Orioles run line. Give it to me, baby. Minus 118. I don't even remember who they playing. That's the bet for the day.
Orioles run line?
Yeah, I think they at home against
That hoe juiced to minus 134 now. Whoa.
For real? I bet it at 118 an hour.
Yeah, it's minus 134. That's insane. That's why I sorry to interrupt you. I know you got to go, but like that's why I just wanted to mention it because like that's insane.
That is insane. I literally just bet it at 118. But yeah, I mean, hey, that's the bet I got. So F it.
Hey, We talked about it. Hey, it's juice, man. Ain't never enough juice until you get to like minus 150.
Never enough juice. I mean, if you want automatic money, Rays on the run line too, baby. Can't lose. Put your
Who do they
house on it.
play?
The White Sox. The stanky ass White Sox. The White Sox
my
not even the
God.
White Sox no more. They're like those 15-year-old socks with the hole in it. They're like
The cum
gray on the
socks.
bottom now. The gray socks.
They're old and crusty. The cum socks. They're just crusty,
Yeah.
disgusting, nasty.
Thank you for coming on, man. Enjoyed it. Definitely cannot wait to talk
Yes,
to you
sir.
next week. We'll have a full draft.
Oh, yeah.
We can talk about all kind of NFL futures. NBA playoffs will be either wrapping up this round or going on to the next round. Definitely.
Oh, I got
looking
one bet.
forward. Talk to me.
Miami Heat, game 3, +8. Probably +9 at this point. Give it to me.
I like
Oh,
it.
God.
At
Heat
home,
money line.
Miami.
Heat money line if you're a psycho. +9.5 now. Let's keep going up. Give it to me. +330, +9.5 Miami Heat. That's my only 2 bets.
Hey, you rocking the Heat colors, baby. Thank you again, man. My man Jaden Chandler Parnell from the JC Pod on YouTube. This is Captain by a Hook with the red beard. Please take all these wagers at your own risk, and please gamble responsibly.
Heat culture, baby.
Duh.